Welcome to the Hope Dealer 1177 channel. Yes, where I am Rick, and you are you. Or maybe I am you, and you are me. I mean, that's really what it's like. But, not always. Depends on what frequency you're on. Nah, I'm just... Anyway. So, here we are, part 2. My story, and I do not believe me telling this story is going to be in chronological order. No, it's not. I really feel I tried recording this before. Yeah, I was pretty happy with it, but not all the way. So we're going to go to like 2007. That's the year that I started getting involved with my ex. And that would be the beginning of a long, hard, toxic relationship of two wounded individuals who ended up trauma bonding. But, you know, there was somebody else in the mix. The other person, Miss Lauren, who is a liar. And she will lie for years. She'll lie about anything. As long as it serves her evil purposes, she will lie. I'm not a doctor, but this person operates in high narcissistic ways, tendencies. I think she might actually just be a straight up narcissist. I'm pretty sure. Yeah, she did something. But I had many lessons to learn. Many. Should have walked away from that. Easily within one calendar month. One calendar year. Yeah, one calendar month. Actually, that's probably the truth. One calendar month. I should have been, because honestly, you know, I went from going in the right direction at the age of 26 or 7. 2007, yeah, something like that. And then to the point where I'm in recovery, wondering, what's going on? Why isn't things happening the way they're supposed to be happening? Oh, we've both been in recovery for a couple years here. I know I'm doing everything in my ability to, keep this moving forward. That's all I ever did. Thinking that this person was going to get their shit together, become another, fully functioning, productive member of society that can drive a vehicle. Something I'm telling you, this is a big one for me. Because having your driver's license, it's not a really big thing. Everybody has their driver's license, almost everyone. Usually the people that don't, is because they're under suspension or it's taken. But they pass the test and, can have one. This person refused. And, as that went on and on, it would irk me because I'd say, hey, what if I need a surgery or something happens to me, or what do you keep refusing to get your license. Why? Because this person didn't want to actually be a part of the team. You see what I'm saying? Well, let me use all my energy to do all the things that, two people should be doing, because there is two people involved. she'll use her depression, or she'll use this or that for, just lay in bed all day. Oh yeah, yeah. She eventually got, working and stuff, but only at the very end there. So other than that, who was footing the bill? This was a narcissistic relationship. This is a person who, push pull, would run away for no reason, go cheat. This person's horrible, man. And so is my family. Imagine this. I went out to Washington State. When I was out there, her and my brother had sex. She probably fucked a bunch of other people too. And you know what? These people knew, and they didn't say a word to me. How about that? And this ain't the only time this happened. But you know what? I knew some things were going on, right? And this is back when we were using, but still, ain't no excuse. And I know she was up to some weird stuff too in recovery. Oh yeah. But that's fine, because the good thing is, thanks to methadone, man, me and her didn't have sex for ever, years. I'll tell you right now, that woman sexually assaulted me 3 times, or you could call it rape. Woke up in my sleep. This woman was so desperate because I was moving out, getting out of her life altogether. No roommates, no nothing. Trying to get pregnant or something. Draining from the sacral chakra. Maybe trying to do some binding shit, because she was doing magic, some witchcraft or something. She had an altar hidden in the apartment. How about that? Oh, you don't tell your roommate about the hidden altar? Yeah, start hanging around with these people that, and then, the attitude and this energy that she was bringing with her up into the apartment. That was in her energy, Like, hey, every time you're around that guy, this Uber driver friend, and like I was saying, like, we weren't dating or anything, for like years, dude. Like, really, the last time we dated was 2021 when I left, and it was over. That's really the truth. Anything she says otherwise is a bunch of bullshit. There was 2 months in the year of 2023, July and August or something, or June and July, where gave it a shot. I was at a really weak time, man. Recently got off methadone. That was on for like 7 years, and all these people started acting weird at one of my weaker points. Calculated. For a reason. For a reason, dude. Family members and her. But that was part of like my, plan on getting off the methadone. You have support systems, etc., etc. And the people that were involved in that, oh boy, hey, they let me down. Why? They wanted me to fail. I'm telling you, man, people are twisted. People are twisted. And when they see someone accomplishing things, overcoming like things that they struggle with, yeah. Even your own mother or father, your own brother or sister, your cousins, aunts and uncles, your grandmother. It could be any of them or all of them. Even your girlfriend, or your roommate, or your boyfriend, whatever applies for you. telling you, if you're a loving, kind person, you know what I mean, you're empathetic, empathic to people, like, you know what I mean, those narcissists are attracted to that light inside of you. And if you're not, you know, like, hip to this, chances are, I guarantee you got some nearby. If you're really an empath, there may be multiples. And me leaving this relationship was a big problem for my mother. Well, why? Why are you so invested in me and this woman being together? Because you guys operate in the same energy, huh? But masking and, you know, me doubting my intuition, because, you know, why would you doubt your mom? Let's see if I can brighten this, man. I hate recording in here. Maybe it's just this phone. So yeah, you know, these are the type of lies and secrets, you know. Wow, this thing's going crazy. So I'll give this a shot. But yeah, I'm telling you. And here's something, I'm telling you, my intuition and stuff would pop off, like, I had to be my higher self guiding me. I'd see things, you know, observe things, and then see patterns, you know, like, one of the patterns I noticed was that my ex, Lauren, had same patterns as my father. What was them? You know, they were hurt as a kid, so, you know, that's their excuse for life, for being a piece of shit to people. Because they were hurt. Well, guess what? So was everyone else. But not everyone else is a piece of shit their whole life. It's what you choose. If you want to heal, you can. If you want to get better, you can. Or if you want to sit in that victim mentality your whole life, you can. But don't get mad at people who walk away because they get enough of that shit. When they realize that actually those people are the ones that are blocking blessings. These are people that will slit your throat when you're sleeping. Stick a knife in your back while they're hugging you and kissing you and saying they love you. Oh, nobody helps me or doesn't. And then when people offer help for the people to get better or whatever it may be, it could be yard work. They push you away. These are tactics. This isn't just someone being a moody or wounded individual. It is that too, but a lot of these people, they'll play the stupid card. They'll play this or that. They might play a religious card. They might hide behind religion. I do believe a lot do. There's a lot of mean, miserable son of a bitches in church who hide behind smiling faces. But in their minds, while they're talking to you and shaking your hand, they're cursing you on the inside. Maybe even just shaking their hand is them passing some of that bad vibes over to you. Some spellcraft. Oh no, not in the church. Not in the church, Hope Dealer. Oh yeah, in the church, Hope Dealer. I promise you. It's funny when they'll help some people and other people they won't help, right? I tell you, you gotta watch those people in the church too. They will do the most. Because, I mean, I'm going to tell you right now, I really do kind of believe that the church is like, not like all, but like, well, my thing is that, you know, when you're the shepherd of the flock, like, you need to teach your sheep how to protect themselves and defend themselves. You got to teach them about energy. But they don't. They'll tell you to keep on forgiving people until you're in the ground and they're doing a dance on your grave, collecting that life insurance policy money. Oh, you think I'm lying? Think I'm joking? Go ahead. Go ahead. Let a narcissist in your life, or a bunch of them, and see what happens. Because people only care about certain things. But money and power, that's one of the things they love the most, because they can use those things to manipulate people. Also, looks. Like I said, sometimes they will look like they're coming in gold and, draped in gold and silver. All it glitters isn't always gold. But, maybe catch that person 10 years later. Watch as they get older. This isn't even actually like my story. This seems like more of a talk about narcissism. But I mean, that's a lot of my story is. And people just don't like it. They don't like me talking about it. Because it triggers people. It may trigger wounds that weren't healed. Or maybe they are narcissists. Or, I don't know, there's just messed up people out there. But, I like to keep it real. You know what I mean? Like, I don't want to come on here and be fake with you guys. So I don't be. You know what I mean? But just because I talk about a negative topic doesn't mean, it isn't a negative topic. We're just discussing a physical, mental, spiritual, emotional condition that is ravaging through society. Are we just going to be the ostrich and stick our head in the sand and turn blind eyes to this shit? I know I'm not. I did that already, and I didn't even know because I was born into, But the light inside of me kept shining. And these monsters, dude, they came at me as a kid, dude. They tried destroying me and breaking me as a kid. Via my parents. And throughout my whole life. You can believe whatever you want to believe. It's not going to make any difference to me if you believe me or don't believe me. But there's people out there that resonate with what I'm talking about, and they know. And those are the people this is for. The people that this doesn't resonate, this isn't for you. So just fucking keep scrolling and get lost. Because this is the way it is, man. You goofy ass people wearing masks and playing games and fake accounts and stuff. I'm telling you, man, some people, you should maybe look up some people in your family. Yeah, maybe you got them on your friends, but go search their name again and then see how many profiles these people individually have. One thing I notice is narcissists have lots of profiles. Now, sometimes it will have the same name, but then they'll have other ones where they change and alter their name a little bit. But what I'm saying is why do people need to have 50 accounts or 20 accounts? And I'm not talking about Evan Kate or whatever. I'm talking about, like, I have family members that got this many. Why? Why do you guys have so many Facebook accounts? The only time that I really had, like, that issue was when I was using and I would, like, sell a phone or whatever, forget the password, couldn't get back in. And that was like 10 plus years ago. I've basically had the same one the whole time I've been in recovery. I'm almost for sure. I might have got locked out once. I don't know, a long time ago. I had to make a new one. Other than that, though, but yeah, just saying, check out some people in your life, man. Pay attention to the little things. I'm telling you, man, there's people out there that will say some offhanded stuff, man, but they do it in such a sly way. When you get hip to this stuff, you'll pick it up right away. Dude, like this one lady over on Facebook, man. Dude, she would, like, they were cool pictures, but she would, like, call the animals, like, these like, mean names. Like, little baby birds and stuff. Like, she was calling them horrible names. Like, and I was like, what kind of person? Like, she's trying to act like she's, like, a nice person, but she's not. And she's letting her mask slip off by calling these little I'm telling you, dude, little baby birds with hardly any feathers on. Like, just nasty words and stuff. And I'm like, that's a really bitter heart. That's a really, block. Dude, I see people doing that stuff. Block. I see people making content directed towards me that's got negative intentions, projections. Block. I don't play with these energies anymore. And trust me, that devil energy knows it. Ain't that something when your own parents can't look you in the eye? Something to that. When people can't look you in the eye, it's because they know they did you wrong. When people disappear out of your life after you speak the truth, it's because those people know you're wrong to them and they did you wrong and that they were lying to you for years, your whole life, and all kinds of things, keeping secrets. That's those people's energy. See, one thing I learned here, I think I'm going to cut it off after this, is this is something both my parents would do. So it's kind of something along the lines with Destiny Swap, but it's not exactly that. But it's like I'm telling you, they do some weird stuff with this stuff. So if they can get in your head and start putting these negative what's called negs into your mind that, you know, this, that, and others, try to get you to doubt yourself, second guess yourself, to lower yourself. You're trying to lower that person and elevate yourself so that person's looking up to you. This is an energy siphoning technique. But it's also a manipulation, you know what I mean? Like, you're speaking negative at someone to lower their, you know, you're attacking their solar plexus chakra. Wow. Attacking the soul, huh? See what I'm saying? And then, if you allow that to continue, these people will dump their negative feelings and energy, their karma. They'll start, like, injecting this into you. And then you bear that karma. You bear that energy signature to the universe. They do it to the chosen ones. They want to push their karma off onto you. And this is something they could have done your whole life. They could also have, you know, given it to another sibling. Like a real bad sibling that's a monster who shouldn't have anything. I mean, we're going back, way back into childhood, all the way, we can go to present day. But they refused to water the seed that actually grew and continue to grow. Luckily, there's higher powers, like the Most High. And yeah, my seed still watered, still got sun, and still grew. Even though the people that were supposed to be nurturing that seed that was planted, right, by them. Who plants seeds and doesn't water them? It's kind of weird, right? What farmer, plants a field but doesn't do anything? Nothing. Doesn't even plow it up before it's seeding. Yeah, so they can get in your head, they can weaken you and get to dim you down. They're going to start putting things into you. And you're going to be like, oh, where's my blessings at? Why is life going this way? It's because you got this person's energy. And the more you let that person into your energy, and the more they keep dumping their fucking bullshit negative energy into you, that's what these people do. Dark triads. Narcissists. Look into their eyes. Tell me if you see the light in there. Hey, maybe you don't have to experience any of this stuff, but I'm telling you what, you're probably living a mundane life, stuck in the matrix system. You should probably start getting right and getting things checked out. Because I tell you what, it is becoming more and more clear what side of the coin people are on. At the end of the day, it's your actions is what, how you treat yourself and how you treat others, I guarantee you, is one of the most important things in this life. Well, you can have all the money in the world, right? But then what? What about after? Huh? We go on to the next. What? You take some thoughts here about the things that we see, the physical things that we see, feel, and touch. In a heartbeat, or a second, a drop of a hat, gone. But you know what isn't gone? We're still going to be here. I know I am. Because I'm a soul having a human experience. I'm not this body. Yes, this is my body. This is my home. But this is not who I am. But it is. I'm also you. And you're me. So think about that. Think about how you treat others. That's how you're treating yourself. And that same energy is coming back to you. So if you go out and treat people right, and sometimes treating people right is meeting them right back with that same energy that they're giving you. I mean, it's really kind of... See, it's when you take that person's energy and don't say nothing. I tell you, man, someone you can interact with just for less than a minute at the gas station. The clerk could be giving you some shit. And then you don't say nothing, you keep taking that. And this person does this every fucking day. Say something to that person next time they give you a little attitude. Remind them who they are and who you are. And especially in that setting, you're a customer, paying customer. I don't expect any shit out your mouth when I'm paying you guys. The reason you have a job is because people come to this place for gas and the things inside the store. Why don't you act nice? At least for your paycheck. And yeah, That's a little bit of masking, but it's not some bad masking, right? I mean, there's certain situations where it's kind of appropriate, you know what I mean? But see, that's the whole thing, is that when you align yourself with your soul mission and purpose, it's passion and pleasure what you're doing for work. So you don't have to mask up. See? Or you could do what your dad did and your grandfather and the grandfather, great-great-grandfather, and or what your mother and this. You could do that. Or you could, let others live vicariously through you. You could become a meat puppet for some old boomer who didn't do whatever the hell they wanted to do, and now they want to live it through you. Oh, I know what that's all about. From both parents. But those are all their choices. It's not your kid's fault. It's your kid's fault that you guys had sex and had children and then decided to make bad decisions, and and then when it was a situation that wasn't serving anybody, you guys made a mess of it. No one left, and then when they left, and then but then we don't focus on the kids and just we worry about ourselves, right? I need another person because I can't sit and heal and be by myself, right? Right? Right now, I watch a person who's so broken and lonely, and but he's still the meanest son of a bitch that he's been ever since day one. But he's always on the phone now these days. Always. Not a moment by himself. And say if it's just me and him here, well, if the boys ain't here, then he has to go and look for trouble. You see what I mean? He goes out of his way for it to start it, and then acts like a little kid, little child, like a little toddler, 66 years old. But yeah, poor him, right? He's one of the greediest, stingiest motherfuckers I ever met. And I mean, seriously, if you're willing to pull the plug on your own mother while she is still alive, conscious, just as intubated, but you're eager for her to pass, dude, I mean, this guy would visit her religiously, always up there, See, another thing, though, my grandma knew how to keep goofies away, but the enemies, she kept close by. I believe that 100. She knew what he was about. Because when I was a kid, single digits, and this was my idea, I promised my grandma that I would never, ever become like my father. And you know what? Still to this day, I've kept that promise true. Have a great night.